In this short video, I'm going to share with you the major pitfalls with regards to the rent-to-rent strategy in the UK. Hi, my name is Mark Lloyd. I'm a co-founder of Property Master Academy and a property investor for over 16 years. One of the major pitfalls of the rent-to-rent strategy is it's rarely going to be passive. Because you are renting a property from a landlord and then re-renting it back out for a margin, there's usually insufficient margin there to also put somebody else into the picture, such as a letting agent to manage it for you. So you're going to have to manage that property yourself. Now, if you systemize yourself correctly, that time should be quite limited, approximately 10 minutes per week per property. However, if you're no good at systemizing, it is not going to be a passive income at all. Secondly, there's the HMO licensing rules. Now, these changed a couple of years ago, and essentially what it means now is anything over 4 people in a property, you're going to have to get a license. Now, that in itself is relatively straightforward, but you need to get the landlord on side. So if the property doesn't currently have an HMO license, you're going to have to get the landlord to help you to get a license. So that's not straightforward, and it's very much down to the way you approach it and what you say to the landlord to help you. But that is a potential major pitfall. Something else relating to the landlord is their mortgage. So if they currently have a mortgage on the property and that property is not currently used as an HMO, a house of multiple occupancy, then the chances are they will have to get a new mortgage from their lender, or at the very minimum, consent from their existing lender to use the property as a house of multiple occupancy. That could potentially be an issue, but this kind of thing should be covered in the contract that you have with your landlord. That is something that they must check. Next, we have buildings insurance. Now, this I know is missed by a lot of people doing the rent-to-rent strategy. So because the property is not yours, you can't insure the buildings. So the landlord must let their insurance company know that you are now renting that property on a multiple occupancy basis. You should also make sure that your interest is noted on that policy as well, because if anything goes wrong, you need to make sure that you're covered as well. So if you do not get the insurance policy changed, then anything that happens in that property will be invalid. You also need to consider who's going to be responsible for repairs to the property. Now, when you're taking out a rent-to-rent contract, it's probably one of the last things on your mind because you're looking to secure the deal. However, you need to make sure things like boiler repairs, any other major damage within the property, that the landlord is responsible for it. If not, you could end up with a major bill. So something you need to check out and make sure, of course, that you use the correct contract, because there are a number of different types of contracts that could potentially be used for a rent-to-rent in the UK. And lastly, and I've seen this a few times, make sure that you make provision for when you're getting towards the end of the contract to cover the cost of putting that property back to the condition it was in when you first took it on. Now, my suggestion is that you should put a little bit of money by each month from the start of the contract to make sure that you can cover any costs there might be putting that property back into the condition it was when you first took it on. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please put something in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified of other videos as and when we upload them. Also, take a look at the videos that are appearing on your screen right now, as they'll help you in your property investing journey. Thanks for listening.